So previously we have talked about a lot about the xtext directive of Alpine. We have used it in lots of examples. So in xtext, if we use an HTML tag, then the xtext is going to treat us as a simple text and output is as a simple text. So let's say in some circumstances we want a HTML tag to show up. Like if you want to add a italic, so we can use the I tag inside some kind of directive and it is going to make the text italic. So you need a directive that will allow the HTML tags, and that's why Alpine got a directive for that, which is the xhtml. For example, let's use a div here and make it a component by giving it xdata. Inside it, let's create a variable named username, and let's also give this a username like admin. Now we can actually output this like by using the xtext directive here. Xtext will be the username. Now if we save it, it is going to output the admin. But if we use an HTML tag like a strong tag here, by default it should make the admin bold because that's what the strong tag does. If we save it, it is just going to output the strong tag as in simple text because this is the xtext directive. Let's put this inside an span tag and then we can wrap it up with a paragraph tag, and let's say username. I'm just going to put the ending tag of the paragraph at the end of it. So we got it something like this. If we use the xhtml, and it will be completely different. So let's do the same thing. Let's use a paragraph tag says username, then inside a span tag. Instead of using the xtext, we are going to use the xhtml directive of Alpine and username. Now if we save this, it is going to output the admin with the strong tag. So if we inspect it, we can see that this is going to be wrapped up with a strong tag, but for the previous example, these are just going to output the strong tag as in text because that is the xtext directive and this is the xhtml directive. But there are some issues with the xhtml directive. So if you are using this on a open field, like you got an input field with the HTML, then your site can be vulnerable to cross scripting attacks. So the best thing we can do is only to use the xhtml while the value here is totally secured, and maybe this has come from a server that is secured, gone through the security verifications, escaping and sanitizations type of stuffs. Okay, so this is the basic difference with xhtml and xtext. See you in the next video.